Hey guys, welcome to Deranged Dudes. My name's Vidad.
And my name is Reaver, but you can call me Hokey.
Yeah, and today I know this is gonna be a first on this channel. We're gonna do something called Retelling Retail, or just kind of enter any general life stories that we have. We're just gonna tell stories from that we've experienced dealing with customers and all that, or any other things that we decide. It's kind of just supposed to be whatever. Um, I'll be going first. I'm going to be talking about when I worked at Arby's. It was bad. It sucked. So, when I worked at Arby's, I was both a cashier and I did a lot of the other stuff around there. So, I was always constantly exposed to the people up front in the drive-through. It was no fun. No fun at all.
I
Um
can't imagine
no, it
being
was
like
terrible.
just being forefront, everyone's funneled towards you, and they're already hungry.
Exactly. A lot of people, most people when they come through pleasant, they get their stuff, they're done. Not really a big issue. But yeah, when they're hungry, especially during like a lunch rush and all that, yeah, some of the angriest people you'll see. And I had a couple come in. It was, I think, a husband and a wife. I'm not sure, but the husband, like, he comes in and he is like just red in the face, just absolutely red. Like it was crazy how red his face was. He was almost the color of a tomato. They come up to my line. Like the husband is just panting, and I greet them. I get their order started. Nothing strange. The guy's like being a bit weird, but other than that, nothing really that crazy. Um, but as I'm like getting out the drinks, because at the Arby's I worked at, you didn't hand out the drinks until the food was ready. That was how we were trained to do. But this lady gets really mad and she's like, "Can you not see my husband? He's exhausted. He needs his drink now." And I like look at her. I'm like, "Yeah, I can get you your drink. That's no problem." So I go and get her a drink, and she kind of like sneers at me when I give them their drink, and I hand it off to them. And within like 3 seconds, the wife comes back up, and she's like, "I didn't really like this Pepsi. I want to try the Diet Pepsi." And I'm like, "All right." So I pour out the Pepsi, get her a Diet Pepsi, and she walks off. And another couple of seconds come back. She comes right back up. "I don't like this. Can you get me this one?" And I'm like, "All right." So I swap her to like the Brisk or whatever. And we just keep doing this. She keeps coming up like multiple. She basically cycled through everything we had, even
Just
down to like
going
the sweet
down.
tea. Yeah, just down
He's
the
like just
line.
going down the whole catalog. Not sorry to jump in. I think we're just both just shooting the shit right now.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Um,
Yeah.
but finally she goes all the way back to the Pepsi, and it's just I was already like I don't want to deal with these people anymore. But I got them their food. They're all good. They're eating their food. They're happy. Uh, the like wife comes back up and she orders like another thing of I think it was mozzarella sticks, and I was like, all right. She already had a tray, so when they came out, I just put them on the table because I wasn't gonna hand her a whole tray. Like the trays are massive, like they take up like a maybe a like a tenth of this table. They're huge, big trays, and like it was just
The whole
one.
hunk of concrete, plastic.
Yeah, so it's like you don't need a massive tray for just something that could fit in your palm of your hand when they already especially had one. Um, and so she comes up and she like looks at me and she's like, "Where is my tray? It's unacceptable that you would hand me my food on the counter." And I kind of like I'm just like, "Oh, sorry," and I get her a tray, even though like I wipe down the counters like every like basically 10 minutes to make sure they're all clean. And it was one of those things where it's just like such a bunch of minor like inconveniences of this lady, but like how just she could not just be happy with something simple. It was just a constant like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. It just felt like it was like, what is going on? I thought I was getting like pranked or tested at first. So there's
It
definitely a
sounds
lot
like
more
they are
stories like that.
just absolutely like a character of a person.
Yeah, they
You
definitely
just
were
have to
strange.
think how they are like their day-to-day experience, and you have to it just puts you in perspective being like, at least I'm not like pacemaker heart rate. levels of rage over something so insignificant.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things where it's like, do you have anything else better to do? Um, but yeah, I have a lot of other stories from Arby's, but I'm gonna hold off on those for today because I'm gonna pass it over to Hokey slash Revert, whatever you guys want to call him. And he's gonna tell his
Yeah.
side, like what stories he's interested in telling. So go ahead.
Well, welcome everyone. This is Revert talking. Uh, I don't really have too many social experience with customers. Thank God. I think bad shit would have happened, but whenever I did, I feel like they always been diffused pretty understandably good. I don't think I've had any people like blow up over small shit like that. However, what I want to talk about what is working in hardware warehouses, and that is a beast on its own to tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Being so, you know how these warehouses are, they take pride in their safety protocols, their safety advertisements, trying to make sure everything's clean and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolute bullshit.
Yeah,
That
they're just
is,
telling lies.
I'm pretty sure customers been killed in those rooms just in mid business hours, but don't ask me about that. But what I really want to talk about is, I guess I'll start with stocking up the shelves. These are like huge shelves going upwards of as low as 15 goes up to like 30 feet tall because the entire building is like a good 40 feet tall, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they always seem
So
pretty
you would,
tall there.
yeah, you would have to be trained with these power lift equipment, power lift platforms, and forklifts. So our store were the first to realize this. You should not be able to put, I don't know what the word is, because it's been a couple years since I worked there, but the like pressurized natural gas cans. You don't put that in the top shelf.
No, that sounds like a hazard.
I would know. Thank God I was not in that section, like the lawn and garden section, where all of the lawnmowers and the natural gas would be there to fuel such equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But I was on the opposite side of the store trying to do lumbar and the roofing, ceilings, and grouts, stuff like that. So I'm sitting there trying to mess with my phone, trying to get some music going, because I do a night shift. I don't have to worry about dealing with customers, dealing with customer service, which is one thing I would love to talk about in a future, maybe in just pure rant episode,
Mm-hmm.
how that just does not help businesses at all. But I'll say that for later. So I'm putting up the grouts, and I would hear the ear-piercingly just explosion. I thought someone came in and we're just getting shot at.
Oh my god, that's gotta
Because
be
this
loud then.
giant it is loud. That thing, everything echoes in that room. Even with like the big doors that go to the lawn garden outside
Mm-hmm.
areas, because they usually have those open. Because it's just a, I don't think there's really a door, not even like a garage door. It's just like the little plastic drapes they have hanging up
Mm-hmm.
where people would drive in and out with the forklift to mainly get a lumbar or even the big gravel and a sand pallets.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's just running towards the left side of the store trying to get this. And thankfully, it was just one person, and he wasn't even on that. He was two shelves across. And you just see a absolute crater of like, cause it is concrete in the bottom. You just see a noticeable crater, like someone shot a rocket, like it would be in rust,
Just
and there'd
blew a
be
hole
like
in the ground.
debris. I don't know how to really end the story, but that's how the rest of our franchise knew to not deal with that shit again.
Yeah, that just
That's
sounds
why
like
we always
horrible
keep that in
planning.
bottom. Yeah. Anything for a quick buck,
Yeah, anything to save
not even
money.
that earned. Just a theoretical dollar. I have many other like dangerous stories about doing just that warehouse alone,
Hmm.
but I feel like my time should be up. I think my time's up. I've done it. I won't do no more.
All right, well, those were our stories for today. We're gonna probably come back with some more if anyone ends up liking this, because I know we both have lots of stories to talk about. Both of us have been doing retail and retail adjacent stuff for years, so there's lots to talk about. Um, but we want to say thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. It's always appreciated. And we're
Yeah,
the Deranged Dudes. Hope you have a
thank you
good
so
one.
much.
See ya.
Have a good one.